Execration. Who do you prefer, and what does it entail in the upcoming game one that we have?
I really looking forward about
Go ahead.
the Execrations. Zapnu once again being the flex guy here, and Chaknu's Atlas, the Chaklas. I've seen him with the very good amount of setups, but then it's still like they still got those mistakes that can be taken advantage of by ULVL. But right now, prioritizing the Thams, and still Escanor can be relentless on that jaw head.
I kind of agree here coming in in this game, especially with the Execration. Right now, they're still scary though, but one thing to take note that the teams are now answering to that unlimited sustain that they hold so far. It is actually obvious from the start of this new type of setting that we have in the Mobile Legends professional league that I think that Execration lacks preparation, but after that when they go up against BSB, well, actually they almost lost to BSB. So with that, I think that they learned their lesson, and they won't let ULVL mess around with them. But in terms of momentum, I'm gonna give it to ULVL because I've been watching this team a few weeks ago, and they've been joining tournaments. And with the momentum that they have with Basic right now, and with the leadership of Chu in their arsenal, we're gonna have ourselves a bloodbath. It's the battle of the curls, boys.
Ooh.
The battle of the curls, right? Basic and his opponent,
And Benny Cutie.
Yeah, Benny Cutie, there you go. Nevertheless, it's gonna be Thams, Esmeralda, Jawhead as an opening for the ULVL squad. Very ULVL-esque. You have their Escanor hero.
Yeah.
You have your Esmeralda that can work wonders in the Jawhead, which could be used either as an offlaner or a support. But Execration, they also have their Hate Ling, which is probably their most successful hero. This guy plays a wonderful Ling, and they have a way to funnel it. And then they have the Chaknu Grok. The Chak Grok. And it's a very exciting Graknu. Yeah. But apart from that, guys, what are the closing picks that both teams should be considering now?
So
Cho
they got
is up for the taking. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm guessing
So
that
Atlas.
ULVL.
is picking.
This is new.
New old.
Yeah, new old. More like a veteran to the scene, but he was able to manage himself go back. But Zask and Helkert, so there's a zoning potential. We got the three front lines that can just let Zask do the work, and then the Capra. I'm a bit mind blown because this is not just all about the meta right now. I think they're going back to their comfort picks.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that Execration are trying something here. This is the same reaction that we had when they actually picked the Uranus, Rafaela, and the Estes at once. So I want to be surprised here with that there is the pick, but due to the fact that ULVL has picked the Zask, and we all know that this is their best pick, I'm backing up ULVL here because I think that because they immediately picked that Zask, they're confident going to game number 1.
Yep. How about you, Osiris?
Yeah, I believe in how Manjin highlighted the momentum of ULVL right now in regards of Basic returning to the lineup. And the Terizla is a bit iffy. I mean, I'm not a fan of the Terizla right now. Yes, you got the Meta, Kaja, and Ling, but yeah, I'll go with ULVL as well.
I have to side with these guys. I'm going to combine their arguments. Terizla is a bad pick. Zask is a good pick. And that will be my prediction. All execration. Oh, sorry. All U level from the panel. Let's see what the casters think. Rockhart and Seiya, take us through the action.
Wow, first of all, I think so many things, so many names rhyme with or go with Chaknu's name. What's gonna come next? That's what I'm thinking right now. As we go into game one here, U-Level versus Execration. Rockhart here, of course, alongside Seiya, we'll be giving you the action here in this very highly anticipated game, Execration and U-Level. I feel like these guys, with Basic back on the lineup, will it make a big difference? We'll have to find out.
All troops deployed.
Indeed, and now we are on to our first game, and just a quick, recap on the lineups. It's pretty interesting how both of our teams are, picking something different onto the pockets that they have right now. And speaking of, looks like Etomax here, good job in actually pinning down and harassing Escanor. Escanor will be pinned with 3 people on the side of Execration. Too early to be picked off, and that's +1 for the side of Execration.
Yeah, level one with that FAM's not really that good at dodging without a chasm leap. So I think Escanor might have bitten off a little bit more than he could chew in that exchange. But for the meantime, I feel like Execration, they are just on the right track. Despite everything the panel had to say about U-Level having a great draft, I think Execration they're planning for the mid-game already. This mid-game composition will do great the moment that Hate is great on Hate has a good idea of the items on that lane, and Benny Cutie and E2 Max can join the team fight. So we'll see if that's going to be the case here.
Speaking of team fight, he would be ejected to the members of our U-Level peeps onto the grave. He goes for now to Zapna right here, but you know what? They will be colliding onto the bottom side right here. They will be harassing Unseen and Chu right there onto the bottom side. Again, ejected. Eto Max right here, cornered by 3 people of U-Level. And again, will be transposed here. Let's see if Hate will be able to get the Hate by getting Deb right there as compensation. But that is 2-1, if I'm not mistaken, in favor of U-Level.
And the guys say that was pretty messy, and that's exactly what I think U-Level wants. So Execration might be giving exactly what U-Level wants them to do. That's very problematic. But so far, Hate is on a 2-0 on this lane. And I gotta say, despite a little bit of a back-end shuffle there, I think we still have Execration net positive on this lane. So that's what we want.
Yes, that judgment by Chakner right here. Deb will be cornered by 3 people. He will be throwing Hate away. Let's see, they would be getting that pick off successfully into the waters. And now going back here, the rotation is efficient for the side of Execration. Just stealing all the resources on U-Level's turf. That's a good discipline for them. And again, shoving minions is your go-to, especially when you transition to one area and another, and of course resources for the taking.
Yep, and looks like taking is going to be what's happening for the life here of Chu. Great timing on the Dark Knight Falls. Zapno on the ground and be thrown back up, and let's go for the wild charge into the wall. But not gonna be happening here. Another kill going over the U-Level because of that. But I don't think they're done just yet. They're still pretty much in danger here. E2 Max needs to make a run for it. Seiya open umbrella goes over the tower, and they will be safe for now. That turtle though, it's gonna be very, very risky. They might be in trouble if they go for it. Goes for the reset instead. Unseen, does he still have the ultimate? I think he still has the ultimate plus the man, this skill doesn't get used so often that I forgot the name of it. Anyway, that's gonna be a Chaknu. Great elimination as well. Execration super confident with this lineup so far, Seiya.
Yes, I like it how Execration took the time, even if we are seeing that the Jawhead is online by really throwing the Grok, denying a potential engagement for the side of Execration. Still, that the prioritization of Execration is because, okay, sure, they can get some casualties to and fro, and the fact that it's a Grok so the Grok can really, catch up when the mid lane comes. But that's the thing. Execration is targeting or opting for a mid-game potential. So they're just really taking their time and not taking the aggressive line.
Right, exactly. Again, taking your time is gonna be a big problem here. I think.
Oh.
Wait, who do you think gets the better? Oh, on the bottom side, Zapnu's so crazy on this Grok. What's happening? He's taking such unprecedented fights. Or I don't know, maybe ULVL was just hunting him down because they're mad about something. Maybe Zapnu stole a piece of bread somewhere. But on the top side, it's a different story. It's gonna be a take on the Escanor, and that is gonna give ULVL even more gold to catch up. Wait a second.
Yeah,
Inspires the skill of Zask. Okay.
Oh.
I got messed up about that, sorry. That skill only gets used like in lower tier gameplay, but in the end for Zask it does work, right?
Indeed. But going back to the discussion earlier, I think that it's Execration who wants to go for this mid-game potential. And yeah, we did notice that Zapnu is having that unprecedented, being ejected by the Jawhead multiple times right here into our battlefield. But going back, Falling Star Moon will catch no one. Okay, that was a bit of an epic fail. But still, it was in the hands of ULVL though, as they pinned down Zapnu and... Wait, I have to pause myself right there. Wait a second, Rockhart. Going back into the game right here, both sides of the team getting a pick up to Infro, and Teresa will be having a kill. I understand why you laughed back there. That was uncalled for.
Sorry. I know, I'm sorry. I can't stop now. Okay, so Turtle is going to be the focus here for Execration. They got a pretty solid advantage because of that. I don't know why, but Zapnu just suddenly fell out of the sky there again for some reason, and now in the bottom lane it's going to be Unseen on the Zask being hunted down as well. Don't forget, no ultimate means Zask is a little vulnerable here with Tempest of Blaze going to be used here over the Hellcurt. No Dark Knight Falls. That's going to be a Hellcurt going down.
Yep, and that was beautifully tower dive, beautifully done by Execration. And this is what we've been talking about earlier, Rockhart. We are now going into the mid phases of our game, and it's going in a pace wherein Execration wants it to. Okay, sure, ULVL is getting some pickoffs here and there during the early phases, but come the mid game, this is where we are starting to see that both the Kagura and the Link are going online. And even though that we're not going with that line, like Teresa's doing his thing. And speaking of doing their thing, Thomas there will be having a kill, but in exchange the Link will be having a pickup on his own. That is like a to and fro pickoffs from both sides of the team. But it is in the favor of Execration though, as they manage to disperse the members of ULVL, making it into their favor. But let's see if Benny Cutie here will be getting a pickup on his own by giving Chu a piece of his mind.
Oh, that's just the way that Teresa likes to play. He gets a lot of taunts on your way. He looks like he's about to die, but because of his passive, he's just so tanky. We'll have a look at the replay here around that low area, and this time, that is the way that Falling Star Moon should work. Forces the lane back, and then gets into the right targets. However, no one does die, and so far, ULVL is being beaten down in terms of gold. Okay, there goes Conor Inferno. Escanor, can he survive? Goes out and throws it out. No regeneration gonna be allowed for you by Hate.
Well, that's understandable because there are 4-1 pick-off right there. So it's pretty, it's kind of evident that he won't be able to survive that long due to the Ling and company is there. And of course, really abusing your position, just go straight to the turtle for that take. And speaking of take, looks like Ling will be getting another one for the bags, uses his ult. Falling Star Moon's gonna really immobilize Hate right here, but going back will be throwing away. But Ling will be getting that pick off, abusing the low HP. They will be having that knockdown. And look at here, the penalty zone is just used in a timely manner. Unseen is gonna be not seen into our field, but the Thoms will be having a shutdown on his own. But there are more members of Execration right here, and Kaja, with the brink of health, still manages to survive that tower dive. Oh!
Amazingly enough. Oh my gosh, Execration, they are not letting up here. 3 members down for ULVL already. I mean, given that Hate does go down, finally gets shut down. Execration will slow down a little bit, but wow, they are controlling the map like a boss, and these chaotic team fights remind me so much of Execration back in the day. Like right now, though, it's gonna be another one after we just take a breather from the last one, and now forcing everyone from Execration to back off. ULVL going on fire here, and now, wow, as we can see, Execration. There's ULVL showing Execration that, you know what, you cannot keep doing this to us all day. We will fight back, and this is what happens when you do.
Precisely, because I like it how, Kaja was able to get that Divine Judgment and then followed up by the members of Execration. But the thing is, the Falling Star Moon is what immobilized the Kaja from, going on to further skill sets. And now, taking advantage of that, it really goes to show that ULVL has this sort of reflexes that, the Esmeralda went
Lord resurrecting soon.
so might have Execration. That's a good thing. It took of Akaja using his skill set first and really, pinned them down in the manner that they want.
There we go. Another one bites the dust here as Tempest of Blades will be used. Executing Deb right on the spot. Hate is still high HP. No one can seem to stop him. Going for the chase. Gets another one. Double kill onto basic. And Execration. Again, such a chaotic team fight. They are thriving. They are getting advantages all over the map. And that is beautiful to watch right now.
Definitely, because we did say that ULVL has that, leveled up kind of composition earlier, but Execration is just making a statement right now. And that was beautifully demonstrated earlier when they decided to really pick the members of ULVL off onto the top side. And again, prioritizing your objectives is the important key, and Hate is very well aware of that, because look at the itemization that they have right now. They're almost close to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items on the side of Ling right here. Look at the gold that he managed to garner with 11 minutes in.
Well, 11, 1, and 4, I'm not surprised. That is a stat line of a very well-fed Ling. However, of course, we are still pretty much in the semi-mid to late game of this fight. I don't think they're going to go down quite easily yet. Of course, the Lord will start walking up on the bottom side of the map, and Execration will start to just seize control of these side minions. However, you cannot count ULVL out just yet. They seem to still have a plan that revolves around basic really landing those solid falling star moons. And I haven't actually seen it get executed well enough, but they're very close to actually doing it. So Execration still has to be super duper careful.
Indeed, because the Falling Star Moon is invested, and onto the top side, Ling is just abusing the low HP members of ULVL. And then, of course, with the help of the Lord pressuring the bottom side, this left Execration an opening onto the top. But you have to take note that they are being cautious as well in respect to what ULVL can bring. But speaking of what they can bring, it looks like, ULVL is making a really good job in defending this tower, but I think it's of Execration being patient right now, because they have the map, they have the pressure to ULVL. But the thing is that speaking of pressure, look at that damage that Ling just met onto the back lines. You know what? We're not gonna stop. We're gonna have it throughout. The Thousands will have something up on his sleeve in exchange. The Mortality is gonna pop up. Let's see if he will be able to get. No, the Gogger will be supporting onto the back end.
Wow, and they're just showing that they can flex really well. Hate basically back in the field here. I think he can one hit, two hit anyone. And right now, I think he wants to go for it. We'll be using the Dark Knight Falls to get out of danger. Basic with a Falling Star mode on to no one. Basically everyone dodging his skill in the mid lane. And Execration super confident, playing around the bottom side, the top side, splitting it up. Tower falls, and the base of ULVL now in shambles.
Yes, and this leaves a lot of space for Execration to really all sources there and limit the resources against ULVL, because they only have the incoming minions as their gold, their gold right now. And here, it's just a matter of, execration waiting for that time. I guess they will be waiting for this Lord take, or maybe if they could pin down, let's say, either the Zask or the Helker, then maybe another team fight. But it depends on the scenario.
That's true. Again, it's still. I don't want to count ULVL out. I know their base is about to blow up, but I feel one big team fight is all they're waiting for. It still hasn't happened all throughout the game, so I'm still on the edge of my seat waiting for it. Let's see if that's going to be it. Here on the bottom side, Hate going in. Tempest Blades once more. Dark Knight Falls. Everyone is going loco right now, but Hate, he could go down. He does. Immortality will be popped. Can he survive? Goes out into the wall. Manages to escape the claws of death just in the nick of time. But again, ULVL still on the defense. They lose the inhibitor turret on the bottom. That is pretty big.
Yes, but still, that was good defense for ULVL. But speaking of which, was a bit pinned down by two members of Execration. But in exchange, they will be juggling up with the Conqueror pickoff. But this still Execration into play. Ling will get kills as much as he can, abusing everything. Deb will eject Ling into the base. But again, Ling will still be able to escape with the help of his kit. And going back, Dark Knight Falls will be used to really darken up the day for the side of Execration. But going back, Barry will be used, but still enough for Chu to escape.
I don't know if you feel this, but I'm getting tired of finding who's gonna fight who. My eyes are all over the map for this Execration. They're like dancing. Like one of them is going to pop in 1 minute. The others are waiting they're looking for their own Slimelight. So it's super chaotic. Still, Zapno just flexing a little bit on the left side. I think they're trying to bait up and zone that Lord take, and I think it will be successful. Execration with a Lord take. That should be the last nail in the coffin for this game.
Indeed, and that's just self-flexing going on right here. I think we are witnessing a gaming Nemo right now, Rockhard. but again, going back into the game that we have right now, what I said, because up the distance to the base. I think this could be a similar scenario on game 3 during the base. So it doesn't necessarily have an all 5-man kickoff, but I think it's enough to really pin down the members of ULVL. And speaking down, Falling Storm will be used. We'll be hitting no one. The penalty zone might come into play right here. The Lord is going to be slain, but Togger will get a double kill exchange, and the Yin just way ahead of its efficiency. And right now, it looks like the game is into the hands of Execration.